What's up, family? Welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live, the show where I, Jeff Marconette Jr., the international award winning speaker, tells you guys how you can deal with adversity that you face every day. Now, what? Why are you having? Oh, well, it's having trouble streaming to LinkedIn. My bad. Sorry, guys. I'll share it on there in a while. But uh, save changes. All right. This is the show where I am going to be helping you overcome everyday adversities. Now, if you don't know, my backstory is when I was 17, I spent 2.5 months in a coma. I was told I probably wouldn't walk again, but guess what? I walk each and every day now, and I am so proud of myself for that. But I want to help other people overcome what they're going through in life. So I first of all ask you if you would please share this episode out. Invite all your friends to watch it. Heck, you can even invite your frenemies to watch it. That's fine with me. And then don't forget to give me all kinds of thumbs up and hearts, frowny faces, cry faces. Heck, you can even get mad at me. I don't mind. And then please keep the comments coming. We want to have more, or I want to have more of a conversation than just making a presentation to you. So please let me know your biggest takeaways from this. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them, but please try to keep them with the show. Try not to ask a question out of the blue. So, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy evening to be here with me. It's going to be a good show. I promise you that. Actually, it's going to be a great show because I tell you guys all the time that you can overcome adversity and you are going to face adversity. But I really don't help you overcome adversity because I don't think I really give the strategies to overcome that adversity. So that is actually what I'm going to be doing tonight. So I'll tell you a little bit about a situation that I went through. Now, this happened like October 15th, 2016. I remember my mom had another one of her episodes, and it was just something that we thought we were going to go to the hospital. We were going to go there and get her an IV, and then she would be home in a few hours. But this night, it wasn't like that. So this night, for some reason, something went wrong. And when they were driving her in the ambulance to the hospital, her heart stopped. Wow, that's hard. But just her heart stopped. And they eventually got it restarted. But she had been out, her heart had been stopped for like 20 minutes. And I don't really know if she ever actually came back. I mean, my sister feels that she did, and I'm not saying she's right or wrong. I don't know. I cannot say for sure. But that was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with. Because you see, I always had that rock, my mom, in my corner, and she was always there to support me no matter what I did, what stupid I did, what I did that went well, what I did that didn't go so well. And she supported everything that I did. Have you ever had somebody that just supported you through everything that you did in life? Well, that was my mom. And the day after we took her to the hospital, she actually passed away on October 16th, 2016. So I still have a hard time with that, talking about that. And it bothers me each and every day, but it's part of life, I guess. So I need to say hello to a few people here. We have Adam, who's watching us from the United Kingdom. We have Ben Bruce, who's watching us from the Seychelles. And I'm not, oh, we have my dad, who's watching me from across the street. So I still do have my dad. That is another one of the rocks in my life. He supports me through everything I go through. So I want to say thank you to him for that. Now, I have come up with these 7 points that will help you overcome everyday adversity. Now, this can be anything from the loss of a family member, to the loss of a job, to the loss of a relationship, to the loss of a car, to the loss of a house, to losing all your money. There's all kinds of things. Dogs die, people die. There's just so much that goes on in life. So I have come up with 7 strategies for you to overcome what you are going through. So, number 1, I don't know this stuff off the top of my head yet. I'm still working on that, but I have it written down here on my computer. So if you see me looking to the side, it's because I'm reading, and I apologize for that. But so the first one is you're initially going to be going through shock. You're going to be going through denial, anger, and shame. Oftentimes, you'll be asking questions like, why is this happening to me? This isn't fair. I don't understand this. But the thing is, you need to move to the acceptance. You need to say that, okay, this happened. Now what am I doing about it? Progress doesn't progress starts when people accept reality. So it happened. Say you lost a job. What are you going to do about it now? You have to move from that shock, that initial shock, to that second stage of acceptance, because acceptance is the doorway to any comeback. I want you to remember that. Acceptance is the doorway to any comeback. Write that down. Put it in the comments. Let me see that you guys are feeling that. So, number 1 was you have to move from shock to acceptance. Remember, this happened. So now what? What am I going to do about it? Number 2 is reframe the meaning. I know it's like, what? This one is kind of weird, but I like the whole thought of reframing, because you can look at things differently in many different circumstances. And it is really nice when you are able to do that, because it's like stepping out of the picture so you can actually look at what all is going on. So instead of seeing whatever you are facing as the end, reframe it as a pivot point, a point that you need to change something in order to get to that next level. It's like this. Here's an example. If you lose a job, maybe it's a chance for you to do what you've always wanted to do. If you're broke, you don't have any money, maybe it's a chance for you to learn to be smarter with money. Have you ever thought of something like that? Have you ever gone through a situation and realized that, hey, this is teaching me more than it is hurting me? So reframing things turns pain into fuel. So if you're looking to get past something, definitely do the whole shock and acceptance shift and do the second step, reframe the meaning. All right, so number 3 is small immediate actions. Don't wait for having to do something before you do it, because it's going to be so much easier if you actually get ready and stay ready than have to do it in a crunch. So let me explain that people who actually rise in life, and I don't like that term because that doesn't make a lot of sense, but people who achieve things in life fast don't sit and wait. They often polish a resume the same week they're let go. They take side hustles to generate quick income. They make 1 or 2 or even 3 calls a day to expand their network. And they're always out there putting in the applications. They never sit back and wait. They actually call on those applications too. They bug the heck out of the management because if you stay in top of mind, then you're going to get better results. Small wins rebuild confidence and momentum. So if you're lacking confidence, go for a small win. If you are lacking in the momentum category, go for a small win. It will help you out. So number 3 was remember small immediate actions. Number 4 is leverage support systems. People that are going through things need other people to lean on. Now, you can lean on friends, mentors, community resources, or even strangers. Research actually shows people recover faster from setbacks when they don't isolate themselves. So they put themselves around other people in public. It doesn't have to be in public, but I'm saying in the real world they go around other people, and it's better when you can do that. And then asking for help stops being a weakness and starts becoming a strategy. So you have to, while they say that you have to ask the right questions, oftentimes you have to ask the right people those certain questions. So number 4, remember, was people that are going through something should leverage their support systems. Now, number 5 is build new skills. Setbacks often try to hamper us and try to hold us back. But people All right. So setbacks often push people to grow in ways they avoided before. So if you have something that you need to get over, try to figure out some way that you can start to get out of it. It's like a hole. You have a shovel, but when you dig, the hole seems to get deeper. But if you dig in the right areas, you're going to get out. You see, if you dig parts of the wall off and build up little mounds, you can get higher and eventually you're going to walk out of that hole. So here's some more examples. Job loss sparks reframing or retraining or career pivots. So if you lose a job, oftentimes you can learn something new. You can take a pivot in the road and find something new that you can do instead of the old thing. The these examples are the same as before. I didn't realize that, but the lack of money drives financial literacy. And once you get good with money, you can hopefully stay good with money because money, all right, so money is something that doesn't come around only once. It can come around as many times as you want it to come around. You just have to figure out how to get it to come around. And that's the hardest thing. So, growth replaces the old pain with new capacity. So, when you grow, that increases your skills. And when you increase your skills, then something else will come out of that. So, strategy number 5 was build new skills. And then we have strategy number 6, purpose over panic. People who come out stronger often anchor to a bigger why. If you need an example for this, I actually have one for you. It's kind of creative, isn't it? So, I need a new job becomes my family's counting on me to make money for them to thrive in life. So they go back to that bigger why. They look for that bigger why. And then the sense of meaning pulls them forward when motivation wavers. So if you're ever feeling like if you're ever feeling not so motivated at something, remember your why. Your why is going to pull you forward and give you purpose because purpose over panic is the 6th strategy for overcoming everyday obstacles. And then the 7th and final one is persistence through the dip. The comeback isn't fast. I mean, even the comeback from losing my mom has taken me years to get to the point where I am now, and I still think about it every day. If you want to even go back further, we could talk about my car wreck. The recovery from the initial injury still hasn't healed. It's still progressing every week. And it has been 23 years later. So it's not something that is going to happen fast. There's usually a dip, a rough patch where nothing seems to work right. But you have to stay persistent. You have to just persist through that dip, through that um through that plateau. I know that plateaus happen a lot when you are going through things. So then the differentiator, that's a tough word, by the way. The differentiator, people who keep showing up, keep making calls, keep applying, keep learning long after it stops feeling rewarding, and the ones who come out of that situation. So these are the 7 strategies for you to overcome everyday adversity. Now, I know that, man, they're having trouble streaming to Facebook now. Oh, well. So, but you have to just stick with things because they don't happen quickly. They're not going to always seem like it's working, but it is. You have to stay persistent. So, we're going to look at the comments here and see if there's any worth reading. So, we have Adam who says, "Hey Jeff." So I appreciate that, Adam. Adam also says that Judith Marconette is an inspiration. She loves her, he loves her legacy. Man, I have issues. And then we have Ben Bruce that's saying hello, everyone. And then he also says hi, Jeff. And then we have Ben Bruce and Chris talking to each other. And then let's see. And Adam says, "Your mother was your best friend, Jeff. I can relate to that." So I know the feeling, Adam. It's tough. And then let's see. Uh, all right. Gosh. All right. So I hope you guys learned something from these 7 points. Adam says he's written notes on all 7 of the points. So I appreciate that, Adam. Now I will tell you what the points are one last time before I cut this show off. But I want to say thank you so much for actually being here with me and my 7 points. I'm still working on these, so they're going to get better. I promise you that. So remember, number 1 was you have to move from the initial shock to acceptance. You have to accept what is going on. Number 2 is reframe the meaning. So if you're looking at something, try to change the way you're looking at it. Number 3 is small immediate actions. Number 4 is leverage your support systems. Number 5, build new skills. Number 6, purpose over panic. And number 7, persistence through the dip. So if you're ever going through something, just persist through it. I promise you'll come out the other side, but you might have to learn something new. And this is all part of my theme of growing what you go through, not just going through it, but growing through it. So I want to tell you guys thank you. If you're dealing with something this week, next week, or whenever, I hope you remember these points. And if you forget them, reach out to me. I'd be happy to provide them one more time. So, I want you guys to do me a favor this week, next week, and for the rest of your life. I want you to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when those seconds are going to run out on your one life. I'll see you guys back here next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And until then, have a great week. Bye.